Hey guys, so on the bench today we have HPI's new, sort of redesigned Savage X Flux. This was released fairly recently, and HPI has made some updates to it, but they have also kept a lot of things the same. So let's take a look under the hood. First, just want to take a look at the body. Looks pretty nice. I think they did a good job with updating the body on this. And let's take a look underneath. And underneath the body you have pretty much the same exact truck that HPI has been selling for the last almost 20 years now. They have made some updates, and some of the updates are good, but they've also failed to update some things that really needed to be updated. So what I want to do is I want to take a look and show you what they have changed, show you what they haven't changed, and then we're going to take this thing out, take it for a rip, and then I'm going to give you my final thoughts on it. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of future videos, because coming up we're going to be doing more reviews and we're going to be doing some giveaways, and we got a lot of exciting things coming up for this channel. Alright, first let's take a look at what's new on this truck. They've got a new motor mount, they got some new plastics up here, they dropped the ESC down a little bit, a few things like that. They added some little covers and a new type of battery box. I've already switched this over to XT90s. It comes with Dean's connectors, and I think the reason it comes with Dean's connectors is because the way this box closes, there's almost no room to get a connector in here, unfortunately. It's a design issue that I'm not super thrilled about. There are quite a few design issues I'm not super thrilled about. One of them you'll see right here, that's a slipper clutch. And most vehicles in this category, all vehicles in this category, come with a center differential these days instead of a slipper clutch. The Savage does not. Not only does it not come with a center differential, you cannot get a center differential for it. They said they would have one, and there's a part number for it, but it doesn't exist. You also can't use the previous generation's center differential because they modified the transmission and it just doesn't fit. I've already tried. You get some new different tires. These tires seem pretty good to me. You get new bumpers. I've added these braces that I 3D printed because these arms tend to splay out when you take a hit, and it really pushes the bumper in and it'll push it up under the body. You get some pretty generic looking plastic bodied non-threaded shocks that, once again, it's the same shocks that they've been using for many years. You get a fairly weak servo, a fairly weak servo saver. I've already upgraded both the servo and the servo saver. It's fairly easy to work on. It's not the fastest thing to take apart, but it's not too terrible. We've got the receiver in here. The receiver says it's waterproof. It doesn't look waterproof, but it says it is. It says the whole thing's waterproof. I know this is a Hobby Wing ESC, so it's going to be waterproof. Most brushless motors are already waterproof. So down here we've got a new cover that covers up the center area of the twin vertical plate. Before, this used to be open. That's a nice addition, but it's a nice addition. We've got the same dog bones front and rear, so no CVDs on this truck whatsoever, front or rear. Another thing that basically every other truck in this category has. We've got their forged bulletproof ring and pinion gears front and rear, which is a step down from the highest end ring and pinion gear that they have. Again, something I think they should have included. Internals in the differentials are exactly the same as they have been for basically forever, which means that they're going to break. I've already broken the rear differential on mine, and I've had to replace it. I've ordered some internal gears from AliExpress, which is the only place you can get them. They're upgraded machine steel instead of the sintered steel that comes with these. Linkages are all basically the same. Everything else, other than a little bit of change to the chassis, a couple of covers, some fancy plastic, bumpers, and the new body, everything else is basically going to be the same. So anyway, that's a pretty basic overview of the truck. If you want more information than that, you can get it online. I added these tethers for the body clips. I also added drywall tape and shoe glue to the inside of the body and foam blocks. You can see those dents in the front and rear foam blocks. That is from the shock towers. If you don't reinforce this body the first or second time you take it out, it is going to get destroyed. So you want to make sure you reinforce this body. Alright guys, let's get this truck out and do some driving with it and see how she handles, and then I'll come back with my final thoughts. Alright guys, excuse the wind noise. I'm running SMC 3S 5200 batteries. with XT90 connectors. Let's see this thing fly. Self-right's pretty easy. Oh. Alright, so there's some running video. I think it's a lot of fun. It handles well, it jumps well, it seems to be pretty durable other than the things that aren't durable, and it's overall a very fun truck. I really am enjoying having it. That being said, is it worth your $750? Who is this for? If you are an HPI fan and you just love the design of these trucks and you want to have the latest and greatest, then this truck is probably a good buy for you. If you are like me and have had a lot of different trucks before and just really enjoy getting anything different, this truck might be for you. If you're looking for a general basher, a good value for money, I don't think this would be the truck for you. There are better trucks for less money. The 6S Creighton, the 6S Outcast, even the Traxxas Max, which is a bit smaller but a lot better truck. I would say even the Team Co-Rally trucks are probably going to be a better deal for you than this. If you buy this truck right off the bat, especially if you get the electric version, be aware that you are going to be breaking differentials until you upgrade them. You need to go through and nut and bolt the whole thing because thread locking is inconsistent. That's something you want to do on pretty much any RTR truck, but especially this one. You're going to need to upgrade the steering servo. You probably should upgrade the steering rack as well, because the stock steering servo can barely turn the tires when it's standing still. You're still going to be using a $750 truck that has a slipper clutch, that has plastic bodied shocks, that doesn't have CVDs in the front, that requires 2 batteries, that has fairly quirky battery boxes. It's a good truck, it's a fun truck, but unless you have a very specific reason you want to buy this truck, I don't think it's worth the money, and I would take a pass on this until HPI comes around and fixes some of the very basic issues that this truck has. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We're going to have a lot more videos coming up, so like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.